Hello children, welcome back to Bharat Mada Google Classroom. In the previous class we have discussed forest and its life and you have written a short paragraph about forest. Now let's go to a story written by Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond is an Indian writer who writes in English. He has written novels, poems and is known mostly for his contribution to children's literature. He has more than 500 short stories to his credit. Children, please Google for more information about Ruskin Bond. Okay, you can add more points while writing his profile too. Now, How Far is the River is a story written by Ruskin Bond. Now, let's see. Here is a boy who sets out on a trip to appreciate the beauty of the poem. Now, through this story, let us find out where does he go, what does he see there, how does he feel. Okay, you might have seen rivers, but have you ever thought of touching the river and feeling the river? This boy wants to feel the river personally, so he sets out the journey. Let us go with him. Okay, how far is the river? Between the boy and the river stood a mountain. The boy was young and the river was small, but the mountain was big. The thickly forested mountain hid the river, but the boy knew it was there. He had never seen the river with his own eyes, but from the villages he had heard of it, of its fish in its waters, and of its rocks. He wished to touch the water and know it personally. So this boy wanted to touch the river personally. He wanted to see that river. He has heard of it, but he wanted to see it personally. You can see one question there. What prevented the boy from seeing the river? The mountain prevented the boy from seeing the river. You can see the picture of mountain and the boy. And the other side of the mountain is the river. Okay, now let's go to the next paragraph. He stood in front of his house on the hill opposite to the mountain and gazed across the valley, dreaming of the river. He was about 12 years old, a sturdy boy with untidy black hair and shining black eyes. He had fine features and a clear brown skin, but his hands and feet were rough and scratched. He was barefooted, not because he couldn't afford shoes, but because he liked the feel of warm stones and cool grass. In this paragraph, the author describes how the boy looks like. He's a sturdy boy with untidy black hair and shining black eyes, and he's about 12-year old. Okay, and one thing he noticed especially, he was barefooted. You know why? Because he liked the feel of warm stones and cool grass. Now, children, can you answer the second question now? What did the boy hear about the river from the villagers? The boy had heard about the fish in its waters and of its rocks. Okay, now what is the third question? Why did the boy like to walk barefooted? The boy liked to walk barefooted because he liked the feel of warm stones and cool grass. Now let's move on to the next paragraph. It was 11 o'clock and he knew his parents wouldn't return home till evening. There was a loaf of bread he could take with him, and on the way he might find some fruits. Here was the opportunity he had waited for. His mother and father had gone to visit relatives for the entire day and had left him on his own. If he came home before dark, before they returned, they wouldn't know where he had been. He went into the house and wrapped a loaf in a newspaper. Then he closed all the doors and windows. So, children, this was the right opportunity for the boy to set out for the journey because his parents are not there. They had gone to their relative's house, okay, and they won't return till evening. So he decided to go to, go in search of river. You can see one more question here. How did the boy get a chance to see the river? Hope you got the answer. The boy's father and mother had gone to visit their relatives and left him on his own. His parents wouldn't return home till evening. By this time he could go and see the river. Okay, so children, while writing notes, first you write the unit's name and lesson's name, and after that write the profile of Ruskin Bond. After writing the profile, you can start writing the new words and the question answers that we have discussed now. Okay, see you in the next video.